Now, a young woman who developed an eating disorder at the start of the pandemic has told ITV News that when she sought help, she was told she hadn't lost enough weight to qualify for treatment.
Well, experts say early intervention is vital in treating eating disorders, and the NHS says weight shouldn't determine whether someone can access help. But campaigners say it happens regularly, as Lauren Hall now reports.
Thinking back to this time last year, that was when Farron, who's now 21, began developing an eating disorder.
I didn't really think lockdown had affected me at first, but then it just got to the extreme of changing my diet and then over-exercising, and then almost one thing led to another and control took over, and I just couldn't stop.
Her GP was very supportive and tried referring her for specialist treatment. But she says they were told her weight wasn't low enough.
How did that make you feel?
It's like, am I good enough anorexic? How much skinnier do I need to be? Or how much more do I need to hurt myself before they realise that something's actually wrong?
Clinical guidelines state single measures such as BMI, body mass index, shouldn't determine whether to offer treatment for an eating disorder. Dr. Jenny Quigg from Newquay says it's vital patients get the help they need at the earliest opportunity.
I would say we definitely take people seriously. You know, we know it's often people are really ashamed and embarrassed about them. So if people think they've got disordered eating, we'd really ask them to come and have a chat. It's confidential and we really do want to help people, and early help makes all the difference.
During the pandemic, there's been a surge in the number of people seeking help for eating disorders. All the more reason to improve access to treatment, according to one specialist, who says there's too much focus on physical rather than mental health.
We need to stop fixating on numbers on scales, on BMI charts, on weight percentiles, and we need to start being able to recognise when somebody has cognitively reached a point that is going to cause them more harm than good.
It's a sentiment shared by Hope Virgo. She runs a campaign called Dump the Scales and says there are many others like her who've been told they can't get treatment because they're not underweight.
I spend my days campaigning trying to change this, and hearing story after story every single day is just absolutely heartbreaking. The longer we leave an eating disorder untreated, the more ingrained those behaviours get. We know how crucial early intervention is. Like, why are we not acting immediately to make sure that person can get that support? Because then they're more likely to recover, they're more likely to get their life back to normal.
The government and the NHS say funding has been increasing for mental health services. NHS England say community eating disorder services continue to step up through the pandemic. They add that they're expected to work to the expert independent guidance and not reject any patient on the basis of their BMI alone.
We've also approached individual NHS trusts accused of turning down patients because of how much they weigh. Now, a couple of them have come back and have said that BMI is one of a number of things they look at, but it wouldn't be their only consideration. Another has told us they've had to prioritise resources to help those most in need. They say here the past 12 months has seen a surge in demand, and while BMI is not a limiting factor for children and young people, it is regrettably a consideration in some of our adult services at this time.
Farron is now receiving private treatment, which she knows isn't an option for everyone. That's why she's speaking out. She believes anyone asking for help should be able to get it, regardless of how much they weigh. Lauren Hall, ITV News.
Well, if you or anybody you know have been affected by anything in Lauren's report there, you can find support on the Beat website. The details are on the screen now.